Welcome to Go. You know what's coming. Actually, it's Go. Get those glasses on, GGO. Where's Go coming from? Oh, I know. Brought to you by the Alyosha Society, where we're pursuing truth and beauty and goodness through great literature. If this is the first one of the videos in this series, what in the world's going on here? As I'll say in all the other videos, please check out the longer video on critical theory if you have time. All this will make more sense. If you're feeling a little bit lazy today, at least check out the first video in this series. Kind of give the Spark Notes version of it there. And again, it'll just be a lot more helpful if you do that. So in light of that, listen, I want to be clear. I am not saying that there's no value at all to the approaches to literature that are often referred to as critical theory. Whatever the case may be, queer theory, Marxist theory, feminist theory, whatever, CRT. What I am saying is that we should not discount the value of biographical and historical context and getting the most out of what we're reading. So, okay, fine. In that sense, I am responding to various aspects of the methodology of critical theory. And one of the reasons for that is that I'm concerned about an approach that says, just open the book and kind of let the text speak to you. Whatever you get out of it is valid, and whatever you think it means is valid, because there's no invalid way to interpret literature. That just seems like a different form of relativism, and I'm not interested in that. So I'm emphasizing here the value of what we call the historical biographical approach to reading literature. Now, this particular video, Mary Shelley. Oh man, I already feel like a broken record in saying this, but listen, Mary Shelley's novels are just infused with Mary Shelley. She's everywhere, especially Frankenstein. Mary's mother, also named Mary Wollstonecraft, her mother died 10 days after giving birth to her, yet Mary Shelley's idol was her mother, Mary Wollstonecraft, widely considered to be the founder of the feminist movement. How could that be? She never knew her mother. Well, she devoured the written works of her mother. And she also spent an unusual amount of time hanging out with, when she was younger, her father, William Godwin, and later her husband, Percy Shelley, hanging out at her mother's grave. Okay, how did Frankenstein come about? Some of you know this story. She was challenged by I think this was before they got married. I can't remember. But anyway, challenged by Percy to enter a ghost story writing contest. The contestants being, listen to this, how'd you like to be in this contest? Percy Shelley, famous 19th century poet, Mary, and wait for it, Lord Byron. Oh, yeah. You ever heard the expression something being Byronic? Yeah, that Lord Byron, 19th century poet. So they all wrote their stories. And at age 19, it still cracks me up to even say that, Mary Shelley produced Frankenstein as a result. Okay, fine. I'll enter your little contest. What might not be as well known is the fact that Mary actually went on to write a number of other novels, some of them quite good. The Last Man is my favorite of the non-Frankenstein novels. Big fan of Frankenstein. Okay, now for the bio. Here's the deal, guys. I've done some research, and there are a number. I mean, there's quite a few biographies on Mary Shelley, and I've only read the one I'm sharing with you here. Okay, I am certain that many of those other biographies are probably outstanding, and I will probably end up reading some of them. But what I'm sharing with you here is the only one I've read, and I love it. It's very odd. It's very unique. It's called Romantic Outlaws, The Extraordinary Lives of Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley by Charlotte Gordon. Okay, what is Gordon doing here? Well, it's kind of an unusual thing. It's a dual biography. I've never read anything quite like it. What Gordon is doing is she alternates back and forth between mother and daughter. So she'll do a chapter on Wollstonecraft and then the next chapter on Shelley, and she just bounces back and forth. Remember, like I said earlier, Mary's mother died when Mary was only 10 days old. So, intertwining their lives is kind of tricky. But the way Gordon does it, it's brilliant, it's helpful, it's enjoyable. I really do highly recommend this one. So there it is, guys. There's my Mary Shelley. Good go. Get your glasses on. Listen, I'd like to get some feedback from you. Some of the other authors I'm sharing about, I've read multiple biographies on them. Obviously not so with Mary Shelley. So you got any other biographies on Shelley that you've read that you recommend? Shoot me a note, Bruce at AlyoshaSociety.com.